OBC mediation script. This is an example conversation that an ESGR ombudsman may have with a service member and the employer. Hi, Sean Gallant. I am Michelle Davidson, an ombudsman with the ESGR, assigned to assist you with the issue you submitted. Have you heard of ESGR before?
No. My first sergeant just told me to contact ESGR when I discuss this issue with him.
ESGR stands for Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve, a Department of War program that recruits and maintains civilian employer support for service member employees, including offering free mediation services to resolve disputes under USERRA. We also provide information, training, and awards to employers. Before I assist you, I need to advise you that you have the right to file your case directly with the Department of Labor's Veterans Employment and Training Service or hire a private attorney. If you choose either option now, I will close the case with ESGR. Also, a federal statute, ADRA, governs this mediation, providing for confidentiality and requiring that I remain neutral. I am not here to judge who is right or wrong, just to facilitate communication between you and your employer and help resolve the dispute by explaining how USERRA applies to your situation. After we discuss your issues, with your permission, I will speak with your employer and follow up with you. If there's anything you don't want shared with your employer, let me know. We only have a limited number of days to conclude this under our Memorandum of Understanding with DOL, so please respond promptly. So the purpose of my call today is to get more information about your case. Do you have time to talk, and can you describe your situation?
Thanks. I do have time. I work for home care, providing home health care services. A few months ago, my unit notified me that I'll be deploying to the Middle East for 12 months, beginning in 2 months. I planned 1 week off before reporting and promptly informed home care I'd be leaving for military service. However, I recently learned that my elderly father in Watertown is facing health issues that may require assisted care. My siblings want to meet in 3 weeks to discuss care options. I told my manager, Megan, I needed that week off. She denied it, saying my absence already put her in a bind, though she might allow it if I used my 3 days of vacation. Even so, I'd need the entire week for travel and to arrange care for Dad. I do want to return to work after taking care of Dad so I can stay on the payroll up until a week before my orders begin. Do I have any rights to take this time off under USERRA?
You may. Let me look into this, and I'll contact you once I have. Hi, Specialist Gallant. I've looked into your situation, and I believe USERRA may help. USERRA entitles service members to take time off to get personal affairs in order prior to extended service, including intermittent time off for parental care. It's your option whether to take that time as paid vacation. I think we should discuss this with your employer so they understand their obligations. Also, before I raise this with your employer, any other issues with your civilian employment or more favorable leaves of absence? Are you extending your health care coverage?
No other issues that I'm aware of. Home care has no paid leave, and I've already notified them that I won't need health plan coverage.
If you give me permission, I can contact your employer to discuss this further and hopefully get them to reverse their decision.
Yes, you can contact my employer.
Hi, Ms. Haas. My name is Michelle Davidson, and I'm an ombudsman with the Department of War ESGR program. If you're not familiar with ESGR, please visit esgr.mil. I'm contacting you regarding a request for assistance from your employee, Army Reserve Specialist Sean Gallant, who is preparing for a military deployment. Please contact me at my phone number 123-456-7890 at your earliest convenience.
Hi, this is Megan Hawes from Home Care, returning your call.
Hi, Miss Haas. Thanks for returning my call. Have you heard of ESGR?
No, I haven't.
ESGR is the Department of War, employer support of the Guard and Reserve, staffed primarily by local volunteers like me. We focus on securing and maintaining civilian employer support for reserve component service members, including free mediation services for USERRA-related employment issues. Have you heard of USERRA?
Just vaguely.
Well, it's the Uniformed Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act. It provides reemployment rights for service members, protects their employment benefits, and prohibits discrimination and retaliation based on uniformed service. As a mediator under federal law, I am neutral. I don't represent or advocate for the service member. I merely explain what the law provides as it relates to the service member's civilian employment. USERRA can sometimes conflict with otherwise acceptable employer practices. ESGR Ombudsman assists both employers and employees by explaining these requirements, aiming to resolve issues and strengthen relationships. The Department of War may resolve these requests only under a memorandum of understanding with the Department of Labor that sets specific deadlines. Once we reach them, we must close the case and inform the service member of their right to file with DOL vets or retain a private attorney. I'm contacting you because your employee, Specialist Sean Gallant, requested our assistance regarding time off prior to his deployment. Are you the right person to discuss this with?
I'm the manager and co-owner, so I'm familiar with his request. But I don't discuss employee matters with someone I don't know. I'll have to consult our attorney.
Ms. Haas, I understand your concerns. We have an authorization form Sean can sign to authorize you to discuss this with us. I can email it to you today. If you'd like to verify my identity, contact our national case managers at 800-336-4590 or email esgr.mil. And if you'd prefer, I can speak with your attorney. Just give me their contact information.
Okay, well, I guess I can discuss it with you.
Thank you. As I understand it, Sean is preparing for a year-long deployment beginning in a couple of months and has notified you that he'll leave a week before his orders begin. He later requested a week off to help his siblings find assisted living for his father, which you denied. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Well, you may not be aware that USERRA allows a service member to be released from work prior to their orders with enough time to arrive at their duty station, fit to perform the uniformed service, including time off from his civilian job to put his personal affairs in order. 3 factors determine how much time is reasonable: duration of service, advance notice, and location of service. This includes time to seek assistance for elderly parents, and it's typically unpaid, just like during actual orders. Given what Sean has told me, his request appears to fall within this description of permissible reasons, especially since the guidance specifically mentions seek assistance for elderly parents. What do you think about Sean's request now, given this new information?
Well, I did tell Sean he could have it off, but that he would have to use his vacation time to do it.
I understand. However, USERRA states the employer may not require the employee to use accrued vacation, annual, or similar leave during service. Time necessitated by uniformed service, like arranging parental care, is typically unpaid unless a more favorable leave policy applies. Can we agree Sean should be permitted the leave, but unpaid?
Actually, no. Our schedule will be messed up once Sean leaves. Do you know how hard it is to find qualified home care providers in this market? I believe Sean even volunteered for this deployment, which doesn't show much loyalty to home care or his coworkers. I think I should talk to my attorney about this. It seems Sean may be abandoning his position, and his performance hasn't been satisfactory for some time.
I know this caught you by surprise. Take time to consider it or discuss it with your attorney. I can email you the USERRA references. Let's talk tomorrow afternoon. I'd like to resolve this in mediation rather than have Sean pursue a DOL investigation or private attorney.
Okay, goodbye.
Hi, Sean. I just spoke with Megan, the manager, about your situation.
So, what did she say?
I explained your request to help your father relocate to assisted care appears permitted as getting your affairs in order before deployment. She needs time to consider it, possibly with their attorney. We agreed to talk again tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, so we just wait at this point.
Yes, I'll update you after I hear back from Megan or their attorney. Hi, Megan. As we agreed, I'm reaching out to see where we stand on Sean's leave request. Have you had a chance to consider the information or discuss it with your attorney?
Well, I still feel Sean isn't being fair by leaving us in such a bind because of this absence.
I understand that Sean's deployment is disruptive. We at ESGR deal with this frequently, but you may want to consider a few things before blaming Sean. First, Sean intends to return after his service, so you only have to find a temporary replacement, not a permanent one. Second, Sean is serving his country in a vital role that you and home care can be proud of. Around 800,000 reserve component service members assume this burden, and Sean is one of them. It's difficult balancing work, military duty, and family. USERRA helps by allowing time off before service to get their affairs in order. Third, this is about Sean taking care of personal affairs to prepare for 12 months overseas. If you were leaving your family for a year, you'd want to take care of an elderly parent too. I just ask you to consider this from Sean's perspective. He's about to leave for a year and wants peace of mind that his father will be taken care of.
I really respect Sean's service to our country. I just wish it didn't impact our company whenever he chooses to go off and play soldier.
I understand. In fact, ESGR regularly awards supportive employers for their tremendous support of their service member employees. We certainly appreciate your support for our RC service members.
But I still have to find somebody to fill in for Sean while he is taking the leave he requests. I don't have anybody.
It's difficult for any employer when an employee leaves, but you've likely had employees leave with little or no notice before. How does that compare to Sean simply taking military leave? Also, Sean is entitled to know a job is waiting for him once his deployment is over. If an employer could simply deny them reemployment after their service, how focused on the mission would they be?
Okay, I understand this may not be entirely up to us. It's apparently required by federal law. I'll let Sean take time off before he goes on his deployment.
I think that's appropriate, and we appreciate the decision. Just to confirm, Sean can take the week off to assist his father without it being charged against his vacation time.
Yes, that is correct.
Thank you. I'll let Sean know and follow up with you after we speak. Hi, Sean. I just spoke with Megan. You can take the week to help your siblings find care for your father without using vacation time. Keep home care informed and cooperate on any transition issues before you depart. If there's any issue with the employer complying or additional USERA issues arise, contact us. We can open another request. By the way, familiarize yourself with ESGR's resources at ESGR, MALMEL USERA guidance, deployment checklists, and template letters. You can even nominate your employer for a Patriot Award. Once I confirm the agreement with your employer, I'll close this matter. If you don't believe this resolution is appropriate, you can still go to DO Alvets or hire a private attorney. If there's nothing else, I wish you good luck on your deployment. Hi, Megan. I just spoke with Sean. He appreciates the time off to help his father. We at ESGR consider this matter resolved. I encourage you and your HR staff to visit ESGR. Mill for the resources we offer employers and to call our toll-free number with any USERA questions. We appreciate your help resolving this and look forward to assisting with any future issues.